All right, happy Monday night, everybody. Welcome on into the Hat Creek Interior Studios for the daily broadcast. We have many things to get to tonight. Your reasons why Texas Tech will beat Oregon. Your reasons why Oregon will beat Texas Tech. Men's basketball thoughts. Red Raiders rolling. Took care of Winthrop, no problem after the Duke win. And then Lincoln Riley out of Muleshoe, Texas, telling Notre Dame, well, we don't care if the sun don't shine. All of those things tonight on the daily broadcast, brought to you by Hat Creek Interiors from the Hat Creek Interior Studios. You don't have to own a ranch to live like you do. Go by their website, hatcreek.us. Better yet, if you're in West Texas, drop by their showroom in Lubbock, 10101 South Slide Road in Lubbock, Texas. So we got things to do. We want to hear from you tonight. Get on the United Supermarkets chat line, whether you are on our, Twitter feed, Twitter X at Ryan Hyatt Media, free, obviously. You get in on the United Supermarkets channel line. Whether you're on our YouTube channel, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland, again, free, United Supermarkets channel line. By the way, hit, like, subscribe, share. We appreciate that. And if you're on Facebook Live, you know what to do. Same thing. Like, share, subscribe, and off we go. In 3, in 2. Good evening, West Texans, all you good, fine, friendly folks out there who wish you were. I'm Ryan Hyatt, theraiderland.com. You start your day every day there. We got the fresh, hot links every morning, catching you up on things you don't know that you needed to know that you need to know about. Now you know about them because of the Raiderland hot links. Brought to you by Jackson Brothers Meat Locker in Post, Texas, USA. You're probably going to have to run down there if you want it by New Year's Eve. If you want it in the new year, go on their website. They ship to you. Also brought to you tonight by Live Life Well Clinic of Lubbock, Dr. John Skelton, great Red Raider. We're going to be focusing on a couple of things in 2026. Gut health for you guys, all right? You don't feel good, you've got a bad belly, don't sleep, well, we can do that. Also, diabetes prevention and diabetes reversal. You heard me right, diabetes reversal. Through diet, health, and other actions, Dr. John Skelton and Live Life Well Clinic can make that happen. Check out their website, all right, for Live Life Well Clinic in Lubbock. And, of course, Ultra Exteriors. We want your gut to be healthy. We want your insides to be healthy. We want the outside of your home to be healthy, too. My man Warren Hudson can make it happen, all right? Or Warren Taylor, Warren Hudson. I just combined Warren and his son together into one person, which is really weird. Anyhow, Warren Taylor at Ultra Exteriors. He's the guy to give a holler to this year, inside, outside. You guys know who to talk to in West Texas. Ultra Exteriors. All right, let's get it going tonight. I've got my breakdown score ready to go for the Orange Bowl. Texas Tech arriving today wearing the black hats. Got the mustaches ready to go. They're in Miami. Our friend David Collier, KMEC 28's there. Don Williams, they're all out there. We'll have reports as the week goes on. I've got my thoughts on the game. I want yours tonight. I want you to tell me the biggest reasons you think Texas Tech will win and why Texas Tech beats Oregon. Texas Tech right now in the open markets, 2.5-point underdog. I find that not laughable. I get it. I understand it. I disagree with the line. And I'll be picking Texas Tech. I'll be doing numerous media opportunities over the next couple of days. And you guys will get my official pick on Wednesday when we do our prediction show on New Year's Eve. Yes, we will have a show on New Year's Eve. This week, yeah, we got to do a show on New Year's Eve. But tonight I want to know why you think Texas Tech is going to win this game. You tell me why you think Texas Tech wins this football game. Offense, defense, anything in between. Good, bad, and ugly. You know how that works. Anything you liked, didn't like over the weekend, thought it was kind of weird. You give us the GBUs. And then we will talk Texas Tech basketball with you tonight. Get your questions, comments in. Thanks to United Supermarkets, Market Street. The ones, Market Street and United Supermarkets, the only grocery store in town that actually supports Texas Tech as opposed to there's this one in town that takes your money and sends it elsewhere. All right, James gives us thumbs up. He knows what's going on tonight. Jeff gets in on our YouTube channel, Ryan Heights Raiderland again. Like, share, subscribe, or subscribe, share, like. I don't know how that works on it, but we appreciate it. He says Texas Tech wins because our elite D turnover. Oregon 5 times. Hold on, not three times. You're going to turn them over 5 times. Ducks win if we do stupid things on offense in the red zone. You know, that's really fascinating. You bring up the red zone, and this is something we're going to talk about. I've got like notes and this and that, and you know, we got things and here and everything else. You would think that both of these teams would be just really good in the red zone, right? 2 of the top 5, 6 teams in the country. Jeff says Tech wins because our elite D turns over, easy for me to say, Oregon 5 times. Ducks win if we do stupid things on offense in the red zone. Neither team is really that good in the red zone. Texas Tech in the red zone, and we've talked about it all year on this broadcast and everywhere else, I think they go brain dead play calling. I put a lot of that on Mac Left, which I love what he does 20 to 20, but I'm you know, he's had just a tremendous year coordinating this offense, and I give him not much credit, all the credit for that. Dude, great job. But I can also disagree with philosophical things in the red zone. Tech is 6th in the Big 12 in red zone offense, but Oregon is 10th in the Big 10. Neither of these teams are great in the red zone, percentage-wise, scoring-wise, which begs the question that you have the top 2 teams in explosive plays. Oregon 91 explosive plays on the year, Tech 90. They're number 1 and number 2. Explosive plays, 20 yards, beyond everything. That is there something about when you do that so well that when you get compressed into the red zone, it doesn't work. And I'm willing to say that that's entirely possible. That part of what makes you great play calling or otherwise or execution out here, now when we get in a compressed area, dang, it doesn't work. Both teams, 2 great teams, 2 of the best teams in the country, and neither one of them are just killing it in the red zone. So all of a sudden, that in this matchup becomes a push. A little bit, maybe. You tell me. You give us tonight reasons why, the biggest reason why Tech will win. Whatever that may be. Biggest reason Oregon will beat Texas Tech. You want to talk Tech basketball, Christian Anderson? We can. Where Texas Tech is going into Big 12 play on the overall NCAA tournament arc, where you would be if the tournament started today, 5 seed. That ain't bad. You know? That ain't bad at all. All right, hold on. I got to move back up here, go through there. All right. Michael gets in on YouTube. Ryan Heights Raiderland, free. You guys know what to do. Tech defense is elite, but Oregon's pass defense could be the difference for Oregon if they slow down Tech's air attack. Tech wins, though, because their defense. Meanwhile, James, I think the game will be relatively low scoring. Defense on both sides are good. I like Tech to win because of turnovers with the short field. Hold on, we're playing on a short field out there? How short is the field? Like 5'2", 5'1"? How short's the freaking field? They've got this thing, define low scoring. Total right now is 51.5. Without giving you my score prediction tonight, my score prediction is right in there. And to find low scoring, I've seen a lot of experts, picking this game 34-31, which would be an over, to find low scoring. Tell me what that is tonight. JCTT, I see the line is moving in the right direction. I think we get 3, or is this max before smart money? Great question on this. I've talked to some of my smart people, and even they are intrigued that we saw today this thing go 2 to 2.5. Talking about Oregon being favored by 2.5. You would think there would be resistance at 3, 3.5. I don't know. Very interesting. Sometimes public money overwhelms smart money. We'll see. We got a ways to go on this thing when we talk about smart money, public money. Give me another 24 hours. Cannot imagine this thing going beyond 3. Good Lord, that would be beautiful if it does. Paxton 941 on YouTube. Hello to you. Who do you think will be the first NIL player in college football to go bankrupt and doing drugs on the streets? Is that ever thought of, or am I missing something? I don't know. I don't care, because I've seen college football players do drugs and go bankrupt on the streets without any money. So I really don't care. How harsh is that? How brutally harsh is that? Don't care. NIL player, I've seen scholarship players do it. I've seen walk-on players do it. I've covered college football since I was in college. You think NIL is going to make people do drugs and go bankrupt? You're dumb. Can't help you. It's all about the Tech Front 7, Greg says on YouTube. And I do believe the offense will do enough to win. Okay, kind of get that. It's all about the Tech Front 7, and I do believe Tech offense. All right, yeah, it's the Tech offense versus, the Tech defense versus Oregon's offensive line. What's enough to win? Give me that number. What's enough to win? What is that? What's that key number? Is it 30, 31? That if Tech scores 30 or 31, what do you think that Oregon can't do to Tech that they did to other teams? Anybody know offhand how many points Oregon scored against Indiana? I think the best comparison in this game is what Oregon did to Indiana and what Texas Tech did to BYU/Utah. Utah on the road earlier in the year, we get that. What is that? What would that be? Joseph, I'm torn between whether their speed will negate our D-line or if our D-line negates their speed. I think it'll be the latest trend our defense, or will wear out their offense while our running game limits their touches. We win by 2 touchdowns. Why do you guys think Oregon is faster than Texas Tech? Can we have a real quick discussion here about why you think Oregon is faster than Texas Tech? Why do you think that? Have you been told that? Do you believe that? I mean, Oregon has so many, more explosive, bigger plays than Texas Tech. Oh yeah, they do. No, they don't. Texas Tech, Oregon, number 1, number 2 in the nation, explosive plays, big plays. So why do you think they're so much faster than you? What would make you believe that? Well, okay, I'm sure that when Oregon played a defense comparable to Tech by EPA, DVOA, any advanced metrics, that I'm sure they just ran up and down the field on them, right? They just, when they saw a defense like Tech, they were, well, no, they didn't. When they played Indiana, who I believe is the closest comparison you can make to Texas Tech's defense that Oregon has seen, Oregon at home put up 20 points. Oregon was 3 for 14 on fourth down at home against Indiana. Oregon, that fast Oregon team, that team that Joseph says the speed of Oregon, picking on you right now, all right? Picking on you, not your fault. Ran for 81 yards on 30 attempts. Tell me more about the speed of Oregon. We believe things that we hear, but we don't always think about them. Not your fault. Not your fault at all. Speed of Oregon. 20 points. 81 rushing yards, Indiana. You think Indiana's defense is that much better than Texas Tech? That Indiana defense that went to Autzen? Jeff, putting out there now, Tech 34, Oregon 17. Still find that a little high scoring, but I'll explain as the shows go on this week. James, relatively low scoring is under 45 combined. Yeah, that would be relatively low scoring. I think the 51 number, I think 51 and a half is the right number, the way we've got it right now. Joe's on Facebook. That's a social media platform, not a drug. Merry Christmas from Dixie and a happy Red Raider New Year. You got it, brother? If heaven ain't a lot like Dixie, I don't want to go. Texas Tech going to get it done in the Orange Bowl. Jeff, the best teams Oregon has played this year all held them to under 21 points. You're figuring it out. You're seeing things other people are seeing, that Oregon is a team that plays a little bully ball. That against the bad teams, they beat them up badly. Against the good teams, not so much. Meanwhile, there's Texas Tech that dominated every team they played this year. The only sample size I have to judge this year. It didn't matter who they played. They beat them up, didn't they? Jeff's figuring it out there on YouTube. By the way, if you're watching on YouTube, you're communicating thanks to United Supermarkets. If you're watching on Facebook, United Supermarkets. On Twitter X, at Ryan Hyatt Media, United Supermarkets. Jan gets in. Control the ball. Don't have stupid penalties. Don't have turnovers. We are more hungry for all of this, and our fans will be louder. Tech wins 24-17. Don't be stupid. I mean, you can just put that there first. Don't be stupid. Go from there. And Tech showed up today. They're wearing hats. Going to win. They're wearing hats. 24-17 is a good score prediction. JC Tech wins because they have a better team. Team, not individual players, but a team. Got a team. That is perhaps the biggest discernible difference. Team of veterans at this point, talent, speed, etc., pretty even. How do we know Oregon's got a team? Dan Lanning has guys. They seem to like each other. They play well. A better team. You can't give me that Oregon doesn't have a better team. That's an esoteric thing you're ascribing there, JC. Esoteric. Joseph, I think Oregon has speed because that is their history. Stupid thinking, like Tech, still relies on the air raid. I think if you're saying that It's stupid to think that they just have speed because you thought they have speed because people think Tech still runs the air raid. That's stupid thinking. Then that's stupid thinking. I think you're thinking right. If academics go away, will that be the final straw in college athletics? Don't know, don't care. I'll start talking X's and O's soon. Let's see. Steven on Twitter X at Ryan Hyatt Media ran a game sim online. Ducks died of dysentery somewhere between Fort Carson and Snake River. Tech by 11. Well played. Well played on the Oregon Trail. For those who had the what was it, the Commodore 64 and whatever the other ones, little computers that had that back in the day. You've died of dysentery. You have to be at least my age, I would think, to get that. Maybe a little younger, depending if you had older siblings. Meanwhile, James on Facebook. Ryan Ice Raiderland on Facebook. Don't cost nothing. Tech team speed is what the national media doesn't want to recognize. Oregon has individual speed the media is looking at. It's team speed, it's whatever. It's just we get caught up in this idea that, well, they're Oregon, they got to be fast, they got to run things, they do this. Well, I look at the games and I'm like, okay, fine, but yeah, good teams. What speed? We fall into these traps. We do it on both sides, you know. Texas people are gonna say Tech didn't, Tech's a grinded out, pounding run game with an offensive line. Have you seen the running back Tech has that returns kickoffs for touchdowns? Let me say it. Hey. New Year's Eve would be a good time for Ask Coach Hyatt. Joseph, we will do that. Your request has been granted. All right. Your request has been granted. We are going to do a New Year's Eve show. It will be the prediction show and everything else. Now, I will alert you guys right now today on Monday. We might adjust the time a little bit. It might be a little earlier in the day, 5 o'clock, somewhere like that. Not too early in the day. I will send out blast on Facebook, on YouTube, everything else, on Twitter X if we go earlier. I promise. But I promise we will do Ask Coach Hyatt. For those who don't know, that's where you send in the questions and you ask Coach Hyatt his thoughts. Not me, but Coach Hyatt. My dad will answer the questions. Yeah, we do. He will not play. He will not suit up. He will not play this year. Skylar Gill Howard is done for this year. So I wish it wasn't so, but yeah, he will not be a part of the proceedings. So yes, ask Coach Hyatt. Get your questions for Coach Hyatt ready on New Year's Eve. We'll do that. JCTT, Big 12, Big 10, almost exact copies, including very few cross-conference comps as equal as Tech and Oregon are. The esoteric team vibe is a difference. We're also more talented, which is a minor detail. I think Tech more talented across the defensive side. I think offensive side, it's really interesting to try to compare, and we'll look at, and we're going to find out, obviously, in real time come Thursday. But this idea that Oregon's fast, Tech's not, please don't bother me with that. All right, your chance to get in your thoughts, your comments, everything else. Hey, man, we haven't even talked about it. Can we talk about Lincoln Riley a little bit? The man from Muleshoe, Texas, who somehow ended up the head coach at Oklahoma and then USC, and then taking on the big bad Notre Dame. And then when everybody wanted to hate on Notre Dame, Lincoln Riley was there saying, Notre Dame, if you wanted to keep playing USC, you suckers, you whiners, you Marcus Freemans, all you have to do is live up to your own words. You said you'd play us anytime, anywhere, any place. And USC is here for that. And you can't even live up to it. And Lincoln Riley, who, say what you want about what's going on at his coaching stops and everything else. The man who used to be from Muleshoe, Texas, we got to give him credit today. We got to give him credit today for just savaging Marcus Freeman in Notre Dame. And this is one moment where nobody ever really roots for USC, you know? But everybody's like, yeah, this is kind of cool. Good job, Lincoln. Every now and then he's still from West Texas. Every now and then. But I've seen some of the brisket he's throwing out there and seen some of the different things. And, they never can get their defense right, no matter where he is, and make the things that need to happen. But God almighty, Lincoln, you're right. Get after USC because, Notre Dame, because you got the bully pulpit, and the national media is going to come down on Notre Dame for that, and that's good. Hammer them. JCWT, USC had to cobble together a real schedule that didn't include Notre Dame. Yep. Lincoln doing what Joey did 4 weeks ago. Yeah, I know he's kind of piling on, but hey. Yeah, I just enjoy seeing it. Really, anybody that wants to beat up on Notre Dame, I'm happy with that. I'm good with it. It's good for college sports. It's good for college football. Everything that just hammers Notre Dame into the ground, that's a good thing for college sports. Except for the guy who was on the show earlier who's worried about, because of NIL, that some cornerback's going to get $25,000 and he's going to go snort coke and be on drugs and live his life in a penitentiary, because that never happened before. Joseph, Lincoln Channel, Coach Leach, speak your mind, consequences be damned. Here's to Mike Leach. It's going to be, for all time, too, sad. One, that he left us far too early. All right. Two, that it happened during the bowl season and during the holiday season. That at the greatest crowning moments of college football every year going forward, that we're going to be brought back to that bittersweet moment. Not bittersweet. There's nothing sweet about it. That bitter moment of losing Mike Leach too early. But if anything, if nothing else, that will allow maybe his memory and his impact on the sport to be remembered more, and a highlight moment in the sport, during this time of year, that people will go, hey, remember that guy? Remember what he said? Remember that dude? Yeah, pay attention to him. Swing your sword. So maybe in a weird way, that will help keep his memory alive, the best aspects of everything he offered to the world of college sports. All right. We got about 3 or 4 minutes left. We will have a show tomorrow. Want you to get in tonight still if you can. And I really feel bad that we didn't talk more about Tech basketball tonight. Maybe we can do that tomorrow, a little combo action, maybe we can go longer tomorrow. Maybe we'll go 15 minutes tomorrow, beyond our regular stopping point of 7 Central, because this men's basketball team deserves a little bit more than what we gave them. That win against Winthrop, people noticed around the country because it would have been easy to let down after the Duke win. And a lot of national writers, a lot of national media people, and they influence the seating. They do influence the committee. Gave them a lot of credit for not letting up. 38.5. Lady Raiders undefeated as well. Got the New Year's Eve game against UCF. Hate that scheduling time. Hopefully, folks around West Texas maybe can get out, check it out, go to the game. That's, by the way, how you can tell that Krista Gerlich is not Coach Sharp, because Coach Sharp back in the day, she would not have scheduled the New Year's Eve game. She scheduled it for New Year's Day early in the day to make sure that her radio announcer did not go out on the night before. No, I'm just kidding. That's a total joke. Or anything else. So hopefully they will. But she did. I mean, Coach Sharp did schedule New Year's Day games. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. Yeah, Lady Raiders undefeated. UCF coming up for them on New Year's Eve. So you can kind of ease your way in. Ease your way into New Year's Day. James, for tomorrow's topic, do you think Toppin and Anderson got overplayed yesterday minutes-wise? I'll answer this question right now. No. They're shorthanded. They don't have enough bodies to go around. They got Toppin out as much as they could. If you could have got Anderson, 4 fewer minutes, you'd do it. But here's the deal. In that game, those are not stressful minutes. Not all minutes are created equal. Running up and down the court, leading by 30, not being stressed defensively, not working hard. Not all minutes are equal. 30 minutes against Duke, 30 minutes against Winthrop, totally different. I understand the concern. My concern will be if you're 5 games into the Big 12 play, James, and you're still only going 6, 7 deep, that's going to wear on you by February into early March. You can't do that. You've got to get some other people healthy. So, were they overplayed? No. I don't even have to wait till tomorrow. Good question. Good stuff right there. See, sometimes we wrap up things here on the broadcast. It's incredible what you can do with great comments coming in from great people like James. It's amazing how they can work out. You know? I agree with you. A local morning show was stressing over this. God, people got to stress over something during the holidays. I guess they got everything they wanted in their stocking, and all they had to worry about was this. Mm-hmm. It was tasty. Thank you, Lincoln Riley, for doing awful things to Notre Dame. No, just kidding. All right, we will see you tomorrow. Big show tomorrow. More Texas Tech. And we don't have as much time as we think to break this down. We've got more stuff. What if I told you, because of this, that the most important possession in the football game between Oregon and Texas Tech will occur within the first 5 minutes of the game? What if I told you that? Would you believe me? Well, maybe tomorrow night during the show you'll believe me, you know? Because I have thoughts on that. All right, last comment, last question. I like displaying the starters while Winthrop was trying to gain momentum in the second half. Gave us a successful teaching moment. Yeah. It's a good win. Good game. Best defense wins the game. Almost every game. Hey, I need you guys to do a couple of things for me tonight. If you could, if you would. All right? I really need this tonight. Our audience is growing exponentially during this holiday season with Texas Tech, Orange Bowl, and everything else. Audience is expanding. I need you guys, whether you're on Facebook, whether you are on Twitter X at Ryan Hyatt Media, or on our YouTube channel, to like what we do, share what we do, invite people in, and put that wherever you can on your social media. If you can do that for us over the next couple of days, huge. For our great sponsors like Hat Creek Interiors, like Ultra Exteriors, Interiors, Exteriors, Live Life Well Clinic, and of course, United Supermarkets. If you guys can do that, that's the biggest holiday gift you can give me, because we got so many people coming in. We're growing it fast, and we want them to understand why you guys are the best audience in sports out there. Not just sports, anything. But we need you to share that on your platforms. All right, we got to get out of here. We're going to have this on the website in just a little bit. at theraiderland.com. Thanks for being out there. You can follow us on Twitter at Ryan Hyatt Media, and of course, free on YouTube and Facebook, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland.